Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is not ordinary TV. Welcome to interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen code with your mobile device to invest in any of these businesses right now, in real time. Like their products? Buy them in real time while you watch the show. Every week, we present new opportunities for you to consider. Every week, you decide whether to help make their dreams come true or tell them to go fund yourself. Now, meet the Titans, accomplished business leaders, visionaries, and experts ready to challenge every claim and every pitch as you analyze these opportunities. Introducing Rory Kataya. Jason Waller. And David Meltzer. This isn't just entertainment. This is opportunity. And you are in control. This is Go Fund Yourself.
Guest Titan, former NBA star Joe Wallace, is joining our panel of esteemed Titans to help welcome our first entrepreneur, Carla Vandenberg from Monkey Dooz.
Without Go Fund Yourself, I wouldn't have the opportunity. It's a fantastic idea for other people to see our visions and our ideas and business opportunities and be part of it. My name is Carla Vandenberg. I'm originally from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I came to America to pursue the American dream. And I was inspired by Oprah one day to do your passion. And I always thought passion was something about, love. And so I thought, okay, passion, do something for my children. I thought, because I had a little boy and a little girl, and my little boy didn't like to get a haircut. So he'd go crazy. Every time we went in there, I had to hold him like this. And I didn't understand because, he was just cutting hair, but it was a traumatic experience. So I decided, I'm gonna open a kids salon. There was no kids salons, none in the whole entire country. And so I flew to New York the next day. I went to go to a trade show and they'd never heard of kids salons. And so I came back, I rented a place, it was $500. The banker really didn't like the idea, but I thought I'm gonna do this. I put little cars, little Jeeps, little TVs. My friend was a decorator, she's an incredible decorator. So we built this incredible place. People came, they looked in the window and it looked like Disneyland. We were so busy, it was fabulous. Then 2001 came, it kind of slowed down and the banker wanted me to close it. Everyone thought I should stay home and just be a dairy farmer's wife. But I'm really not a dairy farmer's wife. It was like the wrong place for me. So I continued to grow it. I opened a couple more stores. I would drive 6 o'clock in the morning to Richland, Washington. I built a store there. And then I won Enterprising Woman of the Year. That was fabulous. And it gave me a little bit of inspiration because during that time, my husband decided to divorce me. They thought, okay, she doesn't belong here. And then I thought, well, maybe I should be a regular person and just do it. Just be a regular person because I was fighting deportation. After I was divorced from the dairy farmer, I wasn't allowed to stay in the country. So I had no work visa and really no way to make money, right? And my 2 salons that I opened are still open and they've still done well. And I own the name Monkey Dooz. I've kept it all this time. I've since, after like 25 years, finally got my green card. So I'm legal. Right? I can travel, go back home and be free. And I've dedicated myself to making Monkey Dooz a franchise. So I funded that 7 months ago and now it's a real franchise. And the stores, the salons do very well. We've helped and we cater to tons of children and we want to expand across the country. It's just a fabulous place because on one side there's the kids salon where you go and they sit in Jeeps, and on the other side there's pink sparkle chairs. So we make little girls feel like princesses. Self-esteem, sparkles, and dreams, it's all about that. And I've put them into the Boca Raton Resort, into Florida, into the Ritz-Carlton in Jupiter, into the Atlantis Hotel. At that time, everything wasn't trademarked, so they kind of took my idea and went. So I've never had the backing or the believers. And now that it's a franchise, that's all I need.
First of all, I love the story and I love the journey, and
Thanks.
I know, because I'm a little bit older, what you've gone through to be where you are today. I know you have what it takes to be successful, right? Nobody's ever failed for making mistakes. They only fail for a lack of commitment, and it's obvious how committed you are. But I think this is a winner. The only way I would invest personally is if you had a mentor in the franchising place that can say, look, we're gonna go to 100 stores this quickly, and it's gonna be a winner.
Yeah, thank you for that. I have a friend that he started with Great Clips. He helped Great Clips, but they're not consistent. And
I know people in the space, a lot of them, and so if you, after the show, I would be happy to help introduce you to people.
I love the concept. I have a 4-year-old, so it immediately resonates with me, and I could see the value of it, and I could see how there could be such an enormous demand for it. But I guess I'm just not clear on some of the things that you were talking about. Did you say that you have already established a franchise?
Yeah, so in the very beginning, I opened the one location in Yakima, Washington. Yeah, right? So no one really knows about Yakima, Washington. So you have the greatest idea in the world and you put it in Yakima, Washington, and it was like...
Do you own that one?
No.
Okay.
So that one actually, so they're trademark locations. I sold the name because I needed the money to live.
Okay, so you don't get a percentage of the recurring revenue from that?
Not at that time.
Are there any that you do get?
No.
No.
Okay,
but you are filed as a registered franchise, so that as you sell more,
correct.
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got $60,000, $100,000 together. I did all the documentation, hired a lawyer in Arizona, and made it an official franchise.
Okay, so what do you need to do to actually roll out and market this franchise? Is that what the use of proceeds is?
Yes.
From what you're raising money now?
Correct.
Okay, so you need to make that clear. I get it now.
Okay.
So that's
Thank
important.
You. Yep.
So anyone watching this that's interested in this, they understand that the money that you raise is going to be used to market this concept as a franchise to other people that want to go in and operate this kind of business.
I'm looking for like $500,000 to build one corporate location in Arizona, because I think the Arizona market is expanding, and then put some money into the marketing as well as the private label line. There's all that money for the shampoo, cotton candy shampoo, you know. The little girls would come in for peppermint pedicures during Christmas and leave with sparkles in their hair, and they just feel great.
Are you private labeling products with the Monkey Dooz brand on it?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. So Monkey Dooz stuffed animals, because every time a child goes to get a haircut and they survive, like the little boys survive, then the parents will buy, hey, you did so well, here's a little...
I'm talking about the products that you would use in the salon, like the shampoos or whatever.
all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you currently doing that, or
No.
that's part of your plan?
Part of it.
You have no stores open right now. So you got the franchise set up based on the concept and the past of you running that. The two locations you opened before but got rid of or sold.
Correct.
Correct.
So ladies there, she just did a testimonial. It will be in the package. And
So you show, hey, this concept works. I have 2 previous locations. They're just not part of the revenue stream. Then your goal is to go out there on some of these franchise, advertisement pages.
Yes.
Where someone says, hey, I want to open a franchise, because I've looked at those a lot. Like my wife or my daughter's like, I'd like to run a business. So I go down the list and I've looked like, oh, this is a great idea, blow bar, or what have you, right?
yeah, the blowout, the dry bars.
Right, you buy something, you put 150 grand down or something to build a building, you give them a chance. So I've looked at that stuff for family members or my wife or my daughter to run. Haven't executed anything, but so now this is, you're looking for the funds.
You got it. Yeah.
But the play first is build the location so you can really do all the content and all the creative stuff that you need to.
Correct.
So they can buy it.
Plus, have credibility that the business
And have the
works,
credibility.
right? 'Cause you have to have
Well,
books.
she's using the previous 2 as
Yeah, but she
credibility, but it's
doesn't
not
have
the
access.
same. She doesn't have access to get live video content, stuff like that.
Right.
I do, because she wants to work with me, and she's going to join. The Richland store is going to be part of the franchise.
That's the deal. I would have brought that up. I would
Thank
work
you.
out a deal that
Yeah,
way
because you can use that to build a franchise.
as leverage.
Who's involved in the business besides yourself? It's just you.
Yeah.
So but you need a team of people, obviously, to execute
Yeah,
a plan
that's
like
part
this.
of the problem.
So but you need a team of people, obviously, to execute
Yeah,
a plan
that's
like
part
this.
of the problem. So, living everyday life and then trying to do this, and then, yeah, it's been a lot.
This is a great business, but I think it needs somebody that knows how to build franchises.
And I have that person for you if you want it. I could give you his
Yeah.
number.
Because I don't think you can raise money, just personally, I don't think you can raise money without some of the actual answers and credibility.
I absolutely applaud honesty here on this panel. I think you've got an amazing, amazing concept. What I think that we should do to really offer you the best possible advice and assistance and help assure your success is use some of the relationships that we have here on the panel. Take advantage of those, begin executing on those things, and then I would like to have you come back maybe in 6 months and present again on the show. Show us what you've accomplished since then. Because I do agree that it might be just a tad early here, but I think fortunately for you, there are people here right on the panel that have the kinds of relationships that will jumpstart this thing for you.
Thank you.
There we
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. I can't wait to come back and to show everyone, what I can do. I needed this bad, so it's fantastic. I hope to go and encourage other people, right, to not give up on their dreams.
Man, did it just really resonate with me. She is an extraordinary person, and being able to help her get to the next step and bring her back, I think was exactly where we needed to be. And I do believe people watching this at home are going to be rooting for her, because I'm rooting for her.
She's an underdog, and she's a very lovable underdog. She tells her story. It's touching. I think the audience is going to see that she's not a quitter and she believes in something. It's exciting.
What was most important to her was impacting. When she told the story about the young lady that now had a career that was inspired because she made them feel good, I just want to say on this show, I really think it's important to have these type of opportunities that give meaning to people.
Passion is everything, man. She's got passion.
All right, great one, guys.
MMA fighter and business maverick Michael Chandler is our guest titan as we welcome Benjamin Cook from Zirconia.
I'm really excited about the show, Go Fund Yourself. I think it's going to really help us get our message out and raise capital, and that's going to be critical to our success. My name is Benjamin Cook. I'm the CEO of Zirconia. We make a new product called ceramic surface treatments. It is the first coating technology to cure concrete corrosion and steel corrosion permanently. It basically converts the surface of concrete, which is chemically unstable and porous, to an ultra-stable, ultra-durable ceramic. The extreme durability of our technology means that the types of corrosion that are currently destroying our water, sanitary sewer, and transportation infrastructure cannot happen. Very easy to use. It goes on like paint. The next day, it's a skin of granite. Our material literally is liquid granite, and that's what the Romans invented 2,000 years ago. As it turns out, what the Romans invented has almost an indefinite lifespan. For $2.50, you can make that square foot of your infrastructure virtually immortal, and it has some other nice features: self-cleaning, photocatalytic, antimicrobial. Salt corrosion is not going to happen. We spend billions of dollars every year on our bridges that are salted in the winter. They're disintegrating because of the salt, right? Salt corrosion is very rapid. Could be Houston on the Gulf, could be the tip of Florida. Miami-Dade County is the big, the big catch-all for all problems related to salt and hurricanes and, stormy weather.
If something is already in a state of corrosion and disrepair and potentially collapse, can you apply this product and solve that, or does this have to be on new construction only?
It will repair existing corrosion, and it will prevent future corrosion completely.
Okay.
As an investment, I'm more interested in that application of most common consumers: a driveway, a garage, a cement wall. I have a beach home that every year it costs me a fortune, and for $2.50 a square foot, I'm interested in immortal coating, and that's what I'm hearing. Would you like an immortal coating on something that you're building or something that exists? What is the business model that provides the most income, the most revenue?
Right, we sell our product at 80% margin. And so we're out there to talk to the asset owners. Could be bridge or dam, but if it's a condominium building, all the better. We finished our first projects there, been paid for our first project in Florida.
But no retail, no D2C.
We're not doing retail right now. We sell to contractors, and that's because somebody has to prepare the concrete.
So your application, your marketing and your strategic customers are, in general, the mass of them could be contractors. You know, ABC
Contractors
company
or
that
asset owners, right? And actually some of my biggest projects at Amazon and other companies have come from doing guys' garages. Guys love their garages.
Yeah.
I live in Nashville, Tennessee. After the plows come through and the salt trucks come through, we've got potholes everywhere. But on the infrastructure side,
Sure.
is it more state regulated, county, city regulated? Can you explain kind of that?
Yeah, every
aspect
state
of
has
things?
its own regs. So we have to hop through those regulations, which is fine. We were just approved by Miami-Dade County as the first salt prevention coating in that county, but also that state and the United States and probably the world.
That's great. Yeah, you started at the hardest
You've
to
got
get to.
hundreds of
Yes.
thousands of condos where your mom or your grandmother live, right? It's a retirement community largely. They've never had a way to stop concrete corrosion on their condominiums. Their decks are literally falling off the building.
Does anybody else have this? Is this proprietary? Is this patented technology?
It's patented technology and other people don't have it.
Who created it? Did you? What was your role in this?
Well, it has a really interesting history, right? You've got the pyramid, the Egypts started the whole thing. The Romans made it better.
You don't look that old to me. What do you mean?
I know. There was a decision made by Dr. Balakaru at Rutgers University in 1998. He said, we've studied this Roman cement. It lasts for thousands of years. We can't duplicate it with our current technology, but we understand now how to make it. And I'm going to make it into a coating, not a mortar. That allowed us to make a water-based nano-ceramic liquid granite coating. And it's so reactive that it just bonds to everything it touches and creates this skin of granite across the surface, protecting the asset and making it virtually immortal. And then in 2017, his son and I started the business.
Is it a clear substance?
It looks like that little sample you have in front of you. It's gray.
It's great. Got it.
I love the product. I love everything you're talking about, and I know why you're trying to crowdfund. But I feel like the investors and the folks watching this, you know, right now, they want you to tell them why they should invest in this business.
You making money? How's the business doing? What's happening?
We've generated about $900,000 to date.
Over what period of time?
We started selling in the concrete industry in about 2020. We came up with some new technologies for industrial floor coatings. We thought we were going to start in the food business because our material is chemically bonded, super durable, and also antimicrobial. You can't have bacterial contamination in your food supply, which is a big deal for our clients. And then we got hit by the pandemic. All our clients are gone for 2 years. That created some stress on the company, as you can imagine. But we dug down on it and said, look guys, we've got this new IP. Let's finish up the IP, right? We're gonna-
Has that happened?
It has, it has, and some of that's in front of you right now. We did a coating for Elon Musk to stop rocket launch pads from degrading at rocket launch. You can also use it near your swimming pool. It reflects infrared light. cools your feet.
Hold on a second. If you did anything for Elon
You
Musk,
should be leading with that.
I mean, then
That should have been the opening
people would be all over this.
Yeah,
if
that's
if
very
he thought it
credible.
was good, I mean,
This is why we keep clawing information in.
but so your whole, business thesis has to be creating awareness for this product. And so how are you doing that?
So the best way for us to get out to shake hands with asset owners are through trade shows. We were invited to a DOT meeting 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden we're getting calls from DOTs around the United States. Can you help us with this problem or that problem?
Do you have experience in scaling a business? Because the application is so ubiquitous that the demand is going to be so great, which is garnering my interest in my own investment, by the way.
Sure.
But my concern is I've invested in companies that are so successful that is their Achilles heel.
The quick answer to that is sell the company.
Oh,
Be the way,
License
right?
it to
It's
somebody
gotta be
that's
the way.
already in there
Yeah, you
doing
need
zillions of
You need a
dollars.
small army supporting this.
Have you raised any capital before?
We've raised $3 million before from angels, VCs, and crowdfunding.
You've ran through that, I'm assuming, or you still have some of that as you're growing your business? You've ran through that, I'm assuming, or you still have some of that as you're growing your business?
We wanted to be preserving water infrastructure, bridge infrastructure, condominiums. That's what we wanted to do. We're just going to go do it. And we need to step up. If I need to step up as a CEO and make it happen and do some additional fundraising. Let's just make it work.
What are you doing for marketing on the
The
business?
marketing side, we're reaching out to asset owners or asset service providers, right? So either we're talking to municipalities, could be state or
you
cities,
have a great
or we're
product that
talking
can
about
scare
general
people.
contracts.
You have a product that can scare people. Like, I'm worried. I have this investment in my home. I have this. And I'm not telling you how to run your business, but to have some kind of marketing ad out there, a call to action on social media that drives traffic to some of your salespeople to really grow the businesses, to me, all of a sudden starts building that brand, starts building that product. You know, I'm a big fan of if you got to hunt, you hunt the small.
I think he's on the right track. He's going to build a business through
He's going to chase elephants too long. It's going to be hard. You got to shoot everything, then the elephant.
Licensing it, and then exiting the business.
I disagree.
You're playing little, he's playing big.
No, I
with
think you're
his
playing big,
objective
but
in
it
mind,
takes
which
too
as an
long.
investor, I won't invest in that business, but I'd invest in this one. I'm just
I
telling
totally
you.
disagree.
Which is encouraging to me.
Good. Yeah, it was the same.
I make money on square footage.
Yep.
Have you ever seen a small dam? Even a small dam is a big project for us. We need the square footage, right? And so that's what we have to make happen.
If you got Hoover Dam tomorrow, do you have the ability to provide enough material to do the job?
We did the engineering first. We bought all the big equipment so we could hit it hard whenever that market blew up for us. We can produce $50 million worth of product on a single shift, and that can cover a lot of square footage. So we can scale up. We're the only coating that can go outside. Sun, salt, ultraviolet light, all the things that destroy plastics make ours stronger over time. And our material makes it so that you don't have to rebuild that bridge every 50 years at $100 million cost for $2.50 a square foot. The whole construction industry, they want to see somebody else do something first.
Right.
Right? Once you get that big project, some of these big projects we're doing, we're just finishing up condos, we're just doing this water infrastructure.
That's what I like about the investment.
And then we've got $1 million worth of projects in our sales funnel right now.
Okay.
And they're all having to do with municipalities. We're working,
That's the stuff
we're
we need
working
to
on
know.
our first dam. We're just very close to that inflection point. I think by Q4 we'll be profitable. We want to work hard to get the right salespeople selling in the right places. We're working in the UK, we're working in Saudi Arabia. If some of those deals click, I've got another
when those deals click.
When those deals
click, we'll be able to blow up, get to the size we need to be for a good sale, right? So our investors do well, and so the planet does well.
Well done.
Good job.
Well done, thank you.
I really love the energy here. Like, the guys are asking the right questions. We've got the right product, it's the right time. We've got our marketing push going on, and we're gonna do well.
I would love to see him change the name. Then he said Roman Cement, and I was like, wow.
I agree with the name change, and remember too, it just takes that one. If he gets that one dam,
That's
that one big
I agree.
project.
Look, this is ground floor opportunity for an investor coming
No
in.
pun
because
intended.
He's literally.
Here's what's exciting about Go Fund Yourself. We give the opportunity for the investors, the people watching the show, to become an owner, like an angel investor. You get an opportunity to invest your hard-earned dollars into a business that could be a lottery ticket to change your life forever. Go fund yourself.